A man spent years working tirelessly to build his farm. It wasn't much at first, just a small piece of land and a few animals, but through long hours and countless sacrifices, he turned it into something special. His family relied on the farm for everything, and he was proud of what he had accomplished. One day, he fell ill and had to leave the farm in the care of his cousin, whom he trusted completely. "I'll be back soon," he said as he handed over the keys to the property. But when he returned months later, he found that the land was no longer his. His cousin had sold it, taking all the profits for himself. The man stood at the edge of what was once his, now in the hands of strangers, feeling the weight of betrayal sink in. When he confronted his cousin, the response was cold and simple. "You were gone for too long, and I needed the money. You should have been here if it mattered to you." The man said nothing. He simply walked away, leaving behind everything he had built. It wasn't the first time he had faced hardship, and he knew it wouldn't be the last. But this time, something was different. This time, he had a deeper understanding of what he needed to do. He took a small loan and began again in a distant town. With the same determination he had shown years before, he worked from dawn to dusk, rebuilding his life from the ground up. His new farm grew, slowly at first, but it didn't take long before people started to notice the quality of his crops and the way he managed his land. His reputation spread, and soon he had more business than he could handle. Years passed, and the man became known as one of the most successful farmers in the region. His farm was larger and more prosperous than the one he had lost, and he had earned the respect of everyone who knew him. When people spoke of him, they didn't talk about the farm that was taken from him, but about the new one he built. One day, while walking through town, he saw his cousin, now struggling, with none of the wealth he had gained from selling the farm. They exchanged a brief glance, but no words were spoken. The man knew that life had a way of settling its own scores. Later, when asked about his past and how he overcame such betrayal, the man simply said, "Losing something can be a gift. It gives you a chance to rebuild stronger than before. The best revenge is to succeed without looking back."